Welcome to another Cornfed review. Today we are reviewing Blink Twice. Blink Twice is a movie that released in August 23rd, 2024, directed by Zoe Kravitz. This is Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut, and it is very
evidently so.
But we'll get into that a little bit later. This movie stars Channing Tatum, Naomi Aki, the mom from Stuart Little, the guy from Scary Movie 3, and Sora from Kingdom Hearts. This movie is a psychological thriller, and it has our main character, Frida, she's a nobody, she's a waitress, she's going to a billionaire's gala where she's just serving the food, she's told to serve the food. She meets the billionaire who's hosting the whole thing. The billionaire invites her and her friend to this island because they're going on an island. Her and the billionaire hit it off, and he's like, do you want to come to this island? She says, sure, and from then on, trouble ensues. And that's basically the premise for the movie. And you can see where that can be scary or that can have some horror elements. But I'm sorry to say that a lot of that stuff wasn't there for the majority of the movie, which is one of my biggest gripes for this film. When people ask me, do you want the good news or the bad news first? I always go with good news first, so let's do that now. The good news is random nostalgic actors. Simon Rex from Scary Movie 3, I know. The mom from Stuart Little, and Haley Joel Osment from Sora and other Disney Channel stuff is there. That was a nice little surprise. I was like, hey, look at who that is. Oh, look at that guy. I haven't seen her in forever. That was cool. I don't know why this made me so hyped for the movie. But, they do the whole, beginning scenes or whatever, and then, every movie has the title sequence. I thought the title sequence was really well done. So the guy, takes a picture, and really quick it says blink twice, and then it continues with the movie. I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was so sick, and I really enjoyed that. And that's it for my positives. The rests are negatives, because, again, I'm going to mention this a lot, but it's very evident that this is her directorial debut. It was sensationally boring. Like, dude, I didn't have any expectations for this movie. I knew it was a thriller, and that's all I kind of really knew. But for the first, I'm not kidding, for the first, let's say, I don't know how long this runtime is, but let's say it's 2 hours. For the first hour and 45 minutes, you are watching Love Island, with comedy infused. You're watching ladies dance, and dude, if I have to see the drug sequence one more time in my life in a TV show or a movie, when someone takes a mushroom and they're like, whoa, dude, look at you, I love you, man. The amount of times I've seen that bit is insane. It's like every show, every movie has to have that I'm tripping on mushrooms. Dude, it's so irritating. Thankfully, it wasn't that long, that drawn out, but they show us 3 or 4 nights of them dancing and eating good food, and before shit takes a left turn, which it takes forever for it to take a left turn. But we have to watch these people dancing and having a good time for scene after scene after scene after scene, and I get it, but with a thriller movie, I feel like you got to be boom, 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 or like, okay, give us exposition, give us a story, a jump scare, or like a, oh shit, or like little things leading up to it. There was no leading up to anything. I literally thought I was watching Love Island on Netflix, where, oh, she likes the Channing Tatum guy, and oh, she's jealous that she likes him. And I was like, dude, what is this movie? Insanely boring. I was waiting for something. Give me a little piece of dog food. Give me a little piece of, here you go. Don't worry, thriller is coming. Thrilling is coming. Some shit's about to happen. Nothing. And then finally, it picks up a little bit, and then it turns into a Melissa McCarthy girl boss movie out of nowhere, dude. Like, I'm like, dude. Like, again, nothing wrong with that. If that is done well, I'm all for it. But it felt like it had no idea what it was. It really, really, really tried and shot for the Get Out vibe. Like, oh, we're stuck on this island. Literally, there was scenes and moments that were stolen directly from Get Out. Like, okay, there's workers there that know what's going on, and no one else knows, and they're giving weird looks, and they're smiling, but they don't want it. Like, literally, like, scene for scene taken from Get Out. So they really tried to go with that vibe, and it was not there. I'm going to go pretty spoiler heavy on this review, because this is not a superhero movie or like a highly anticipated movie, so I don't believe that you don't want to see spoilers for this movie. But if you do, maybe check back later after you've seen it. Shit starts to happen, and basically what happens is every morning they were spraying this perfume, and this perfume would make them completely forget what happened that night. So shit would happen in the night, and they would in the morning they'd spray the perfume and they would totally forget what happened, right? So what was happening was all these rich folk on the island were in on, sexually assaulting these women and this guy, and then by the morning they would forget. So they made us watch this brutal, it wasn't like brutal, but it was like a rape scene. They're raping everybody, sexually assaulting everybody on this island. They were getting drugged and getting raped, and that scene happened. I was like, holy shit, dude. And then the next scene, it's like, hey, you slipped on a banana peel, man. So we're at this point of like, okay, now we know what the big secret was. They show it, and then now it's like only 2 people know about it. The 2 main girls know about it, and they want to do something about it now. I'm like, okay, so now it's gonna start to pick up, right? Nope. They find out like, oh my god, and then boom, back to humor and Love Island, and then it makes this really weird turn to like I said, a girl boss moment, like where they're walking up the stairs and it's like, what you know about me? What you know about me? I was like, dude, you just showed a really graphic rape scene, and now we're going to comedy girl boss Melissa McCarthy vibe. I was just like, dude, what's going on? And then you're like, okay, finally we're gonna see something, and then nope, nothing. And then finally, last 20 minutes, boom, 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 boom. Okay, done. They kill everyone and they get out free, and yeah, I was like, man, like, so it was a thriller for the last 20 minutes, a drama island show for the first hour and a half, infused with comedy, and then, oh yeah, by the way, here's a really graphic sexually assault scene that you need to watch right now. You can't leave. I was like, dude, what is this? I want to go into a few nitpicky stuff. There was like, the biggest thing I can say, and I said this the entire movie, I was like, okay, the director thought that they ate, because they were trying to do these really quick, like these cuts, like these scene breaks. It was so cringy and like so try hard and so like see-throughable that it really, like, I don't know, like something was gonna happen and then cut, they're eating lobster, and like, dude, like, let the scene play out. Let's, like, I get it, it's the thriller, the pacing of a thriller, but it was like so just not well done and so phony to me. And like I said, it's very basic, very, mid-level the whole time, and then it starts to pick up. And once it starts picking up, they go for the bottom of the barrel, like someone walks by and goes, no! I'm like, bro, what is this? No, it's just like, you're forcing a jump scare that, and it was back to back, like, they're talking again, then, no. I'm like, bro, where did this come from? Like, there's no, like, you need to establish jump scares pretty early, or, maybe one in the beginning, 30 minutes later, but it was just like, nothing, and then, no. I was like, bro, what is this? The ending, the biggest thing I could say was the ending felt really, like, forced, in my opinion. And again, in my head, I was like, okay, the director thought that she ate with this, because it was like, girl boss, I'm on top, we win, I got this man wrapped around my finger now, who's the boss now? Who's the nobody now? It was just like, that can be well done, and it can be done well, but it's just like, it was like, okay, she killed everyone, and then the next scene is like, she's eating champagne, drinking champagne, and she's the billionaire now. I'll show you to rape me, and you're still gonna be my husband. Like, it was just like, bro, what is going on with this movie? It never truly knew what it was. I felt like I just felt like it didn't take itself seriously. Like, again, Love Island and comedy, and then thriller for the last 20 minutes. If it really stuck with the thriller vibe, it could have been amazing. I thought Channing Tatum was the perfect role for this, but it's hard to be intimidated or scared by this guy when he's the fun, bachelor, funny, like, good-looking dude, like, and then out of nowhere, I'm a serial rapist. Like, dude, I like this guy. I don't know what to do. Like, it was just, I didn't feel intimidated by him at all. But they could have done, if they built up to it. He had little moments where he's like, he looks off, or he's like, he has Dexter moments where he's like, what the fuck was that? Like, that was creepy or whatever. No, he's just a cool, average, dope dude, partying guy. And then it's like, cracking people's necks. Like, bro, what? That was a quick turn. I didn't get any leading up to that, but okay. If it took itself seriously, I think this movie could have been pretty good. Like, it could have been decent. There are a few thrillers that are like top tier fucking amazing, but I kind of expected this movie to be like a 6 or 7, like average, fun, thrilling. I thought my heartbeat was gonna go up, but they didn't take itself seriously, and in my opinion, it could have been so much more if it did, you know. Again, Channing Tatum was not convincing as the, you know, the scary, you know, bad guy. I didn't believe, I didn't buy it. And they were really going for that Get Out vibe. For those of you who have seen Get Out, that the pacing in that movie is something that needs to be studied. It's amazing. Like, you know, they do the first 20 minutes, perfect time, first 20, 30 minutes, and they give you little fucking pieces of, oh, okay, shit, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? The cop in the beginning, when he pulls over the guy and like, hey, let me see your license. And she's like, hold on, he didn't do anything wrong, okay? Weird, but okay, let's keep going. He meets the girl's family, and they're very, like, weirdly white. You're getting this weird, like, racist, like, vibe. Like, he's like, I would vote for Obama for a third term if I could. Like, just little shit that rubs you the wrong way, but you know something's off with these people. Like, it's just like, you know, the pacing was fucking perfect. And then finally, like, it builds up, and it's the mwah are quicker in less time within. So it's boom, okay, boom, 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 boom. And then it builds up to this moment where it's like, where's my keys? Where's my keys? And then it's like, boom, we're here to take your brain. But this movie was like, I like these characters. They're funny. We're having fun. I felt like I was on the fucking island with them partying, taking drugs. Yeah. And then we're all rapists now. It was just like, dude, it was so, yeah, the pacing, there was no pacing. Absolutely no pacing. For my very last point, it has this big motif of kind of like, you shouldn't forgive, you should just forget. And then they try to force it like, you can never forget. Like, I don't know. They really was like, hey guys, this is what I want you to learn from this movie. A perfect undertone of a movie is one that you can't tell, that it makes you think, and then it teaches you that lesson without it having to tell you, hey, this is what we're trying to say. And this movie was literally like, it looked at the camera pretty much and was like, hey, you can forgive, but you can never really forget, can you, buddy? I know I'm shitting on this movie a lot, and I am, because it wasn't good. I don't want to say it was complete and utter dog shit, because it wasn't like horrible. It was just really boring. And then when it picked up. People were dying left and right. People getting their heads cracked and their face smashed by giant pieces of tile. Cool, fun, thriller, horror, sweet. But we got 25 minutes of that max. And the rest, I'd advise you to go turn on Netflix and watch Love Island, because that's the majority of what this movie was. I like to categorize things, and should you watch it in theaters? Should you buy it on DVD, or should you stream it, or should you skip it? I would say if you're on a first date and you're Netflix and chilling, throw it on. Maybe stream it if you're really bored. You're not missing out on anything if you don't watch this movie. If you like Channing Tatum, like I do, Man Crush Monday a little bit, then watch it. I like watching anything that Channing Tatum is in, because he's like that one of a kind. His humor is, you know, his awkward, like his beat pacing, his humor is good. I like the guy. So if you like him, watch it. It's a new role for him. Cool. Support it. But other than that, man, you're not missing anything. It's a little bit below average. So for those reasons, I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 10. What are your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it? Do you agree with me? Will you be watching it? Do you have any questions or concerns? Am I totally wrong, or was I right on the nose? Let me know in the comments. Next movie I will be watching is The Crow, but I've never seen the original Crow, so I wanted to watch the original before I saw the new one in theaters. I heard it's dog poo-poo, but I still want to see it for myself. It looks cool. I like the main actor. I'm gonna go check it out. But yeah, next movie, that'll be next week. Hope you are enjoying the content. I did a a cornfield field trip with this, so that'll be posted the following day. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, comment. Holla at your boy.